Choo Choo. Anybody out there? Still find this a little bit weird. Not even sure why people watch this shit. This would be me, I guess. Oh, hello. Hello. How you doing, mate? Good to see you around. Let me see how it goes. So just for clarity, I'm walking here. Just walking. Casual walk, choo-choo walk. Figuring out how all this life stuff works. Hey, Matt. Choo Choo. How you doing? Still learning this shit. So I tried the first time last week. And compressed video. Is it bad? Like it's 4,000 kbps. It should be okay. 27 FPS, 28 FPS. Should be good. I don't know. I'm not really good at this shit. The audio should be better. I got one of those little clippy thingies. So here's spoiling us with streams again. Yeah, you could say that, I guess. Something. Is the audio good? I want to know if the audio is good. Like, I want to know if this cheap little shitty microphone from Amazon is better than freaking AirPods. The AirPods sucks, by the way. It works. It works. Okay, it works. It works. That's good to know, though. That's good to know. So I'm just making a walk in the neighborhood. And Choo Choo, Mr. Bonani is in the house. Hello, Mr. Bonani. Now I'm just checking out how this works. Quick Choo Choo, gotta go though. Thank you, Adano. Thanks for coming by. It's fine. It's okay, the audio. Nice sound. Okay. Like the earbuds are, like the AirPods are shitty. So I wanted to get rid of those. So I did. I still have them, but like this is at least, I hope, a little bit better. Just a little bit. Are we talking about Home Assistant 0.107 today? No, Mr. Benani, we're not. Well, we definitely could if you are interested in that. I'm not sure what was in it. So somebody has to Google it for me because I don't have a spare screen to do that. Let me cross the street real quick. Here we go. There we go. Oh, yeah, I don't know. It was a long time ago, by the way. It should not have this message now, if I'm correct, Mr. Bonani. Like last time I went live, it had the 0.107 notification in the stream subtitle kind of deal. That should be gone. I think I found it. I hope I did. Not sure. Audio is good. Good audio. Thank you, Matt. I'm probably going to get lost, by the way. I'm very bad at directions. I'm pretty sure if I keep walking, I would get like lost. But hey, got a phone. I can get home, I would say. Was that a dedicated motorbike lane? Yeah, I'm from the Netherlands, mate. We have dedicated like bicycle lanes. It's like a way of living here. Like everybody has a bike. Most people have actually more maybe even more than one. One for sports and one for actually transport. So now I'm crossing the street, by the way. This is a very, very rich neighborhood. I don't live here. I don't live in this neighborhood, but this is where the big houses are. Anyways, Choo Choo. Is this a walking assistant reveal? Walking assistant. What would a walking assistant do even, dude? Come on. The title is fixed now. Thank you, Mr. Bonani, for confirming that. I'm happy. Like that stuff, I'm not even sure how I did that back in the day. Like I used Restream and did something on Twitch and something in Google or in YouTube. And like it was a whole fucking mess, I remember. So I was looking for where it's all at and I tried to clean up everything, basically. It's Sunday and your kids are not at school. No, they are not. No, they're not. That's cool. They are the oldest one, my little girl, She's 11. She's to a baking course right now, so she's with her little niece went to some kind of place where they do like, I don't know, baking muffins or whatever, something special. Probably she will get mad at me for saying muffins, but anyway, she's at a baking course, and my little boy is with my wife to the horses, like they need care and such, so they're there. I'm alone, taking a walk in the neighborhood across from where I'm living. Nederlands. Nederlands? Are you Nederlands? Am I Nederlands? Pinata? Ooh. Pinata? Is that like something? Should we smash? No, that's not. But hey, there it is. So, what's up with you guys, by the way? You can instantly hear I'm Dutch. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I am. It's my mother tongue, right? Like this is the language I speak. Ik ben Nederlands. So simple is it. It's simple as that. I'm Dutch. It's fine. I'm okay with that. As a matter of fact, most of Paul is from Home Assistant is Dutch too, right? And Home Assistant has Dutch roots. There are quite a few Dutch people working in Home Assistant, actually, quite a lot. I would say the majority is probably Dutch. A lot of them, yeah. It's just what it is. We Dutch people are good at home automation, right? We the Philips Hue is from here, that stuff, right? And what else? Oh, IKEA Smart Home. All the IKEA Smart Home stuff is Dutch. By the way, it's IKEA Smart Home BV or something like that. IKEA Smart BV. It's IKEA BV anyways. Whole IKEA is Dutch nowadays. All those kids shouting, what the hell? Oh. Can you? Oh, I need to learn this rotating stuff. I walk by this mirror. This is weird. Now you can little sneak peek on how I do this. Like, anyways. Oh, and I still need to learn how to control these joysticks. So get back here. Ah, there I am. Hello. So yeah, I'm Dutch. A lot of smart home stuff is Dutch. I'm fine with it. I love to be Dutch. So yeah. Movie time is here. It is? Okay. Do you have recommended naming convention for your devices and entities? Just about to start my HA journey and want to get it right. Oh boy. I had I really don't know, like Hyper 44, I'm not sure. Thinking about that, I tried different little things to name, different conventions. I even had different conventions for my entities versus the entity IDs versus like the actual name on the entities. But the fact is, I honestly do not like the naming structure at all. Like the whole way Home Assistant is structured in naming is just not. Yeah, it's just not working. I feel it's one of the horrible pain points we have in Home Assistant, and I would definitely want to get rid of it. And we've already started the process of improving this situation about 2 years ago, I would say. Yeah. So in Home Assistant itself, in the code base, we nowadays actually make a difference between the name of a device and the name of the integration, but also the name of the entity is different. So what this allows us to do is to basically change how the front end works of Home Assistant to actually show the context, right? If you are looking at an area, there's no reason to prefix all the devices with the area name. I hate this thing. Why is it rolling away? Anyways, it's no reason for that thing to prefix everything. And the same is for if you look at a device, right? If you go to the device page, there's no freaking reason every single entity needs to be prefixed with a device name on that page. So this is all about context initially, right? If you're looking at a place where you already have your device context, it doesn't make sense to show the device name in all the entities. But if you're looking at a place like, for example, in the automation editor, where you did not select a device yet, then you definitely need context of an area or device there. So this is one of the flaws that we have in our UX and UI. And we have been started working on that, splitting it out in the backend for already 2 years, because it takes a lot of time to change all the entities and all the devices that Home Assistant supports, right? So I hope, maybe even this year or beginning next year, you're starting to see some changes in that. So if you're talking about naming strategy, I think it's not needed anymore in the near future. So with that in mind, I don't know, man, pick something, use it, stick with it, and you probably are looking into a change soon anyway. Because like if a sensor is a temperature sensor, it should just be called temperature, right? And not office desk temperature device thingy. It makes no sense. So yeah, something we're looking into, something that has been in the works for over 2 years now. It's definitely a problem. It's a UX problem, and first little changes should be coming visible soon. That's the hope. There's already a PR from Paul. He started working on that and slowly working towards it. And that's also the reason, for example, why we introduced floors recently, right? Floor is an important context. If you look at, like, I don't know, houses with multiple stories, right? Multiple floors, then some of these houses have actually multiple restrooms, right? I have a restroom upstairs and downstairs. How do you know the difference between restroom 1 and 2, right? So you either name them restroom 1 and 2 or upstairs, downstairs, but it's more the floor that you started putting in there. So floor is a concept that's part of that. So all in all, we think we're needing to improve the whole context and get rid of the fact that you actually have to name things this way and that you need a naming strategy. It's just nonsense. It's super nonsense. You could all Inception. You could almost see yourself through the mirror, Mr. Banani. Oh, that would be cool, huh? That would be cool if I could just pull people up here and actually talk to somebody here. It feels kind of weird. I'm pretty sure people are looking at me weird slowly, but I'm now going out in the woods, so I think it's less of a problem. People won't see me here. And naming could be better. Yeah, definitely. Would it be possible to add notes to help? Oh, right now, no. It's definitely on my personal wish list to be able to add notes to freaking everything. Yeah. I probably would add it to automations first, but it would be nice if you could leave notes every freaking where. Definitely think it's needed. Got a spoiler for 2024.11. Oh, dude, you asked me to spoil here, right, while I'm walking here? Paulus will chase me, I guess. Oh, it's fine. There are quite a few big things, but the thing is, we're 2.5 weeks, a week and a half. We're a week and a half away from cutting a beta for the 0.11 release, the November release. The thing is, there's still a lot that can happen, and there's a lot in flux. So I'm not sure what will make it and what not. I think there's even, and this is not going to sound fun, but I think there's even the possibility that this is going to be more of a maintenance release, to be honest, and less of a feature-packed release, if that makes sense. But we'll see. I hope it becomes good. Yeah, it will become good. Every release is good. There's a lot of changes there, I know for sure, but in terms of really big things, we might, okay, I'm going to spoil this one. I want to give you something. We might drop the beta flag from sections, the experimental flag from sections. So it might be that the whole new dashboard stuff that we've been working on basically almost a whole fucking year, it might be that we are agreeing on calling it a day and final. So that's definitely a big thing. Appreciate the answer, very insightful. You're welcome, Hyper44. You're so much welcome. No problem at all. Joanne, would it be possible to add notes? Oh, I already had that one. Sorry, Joanne. That would be good though. Have you thought about evolving the automation UI to be more a flow-like nature? Yeah, we did. We still do. Maybe we should do both, right? That's always the case. You basically have two different types of people right now. People that like to drag and drop and put things in places, draw lines between them, and then call it a day, right? The Node-RED users, basically the flow type users. But if there are people that more like a flow diagram top-down level, basically what we now have, like the blocks thing. And there's the people that, like me, that just prefer YAML, and I don't care about the UI myself too much, right? In my daily usage as a personal thing. So I don't know, the graphical people definitely need more help and guidance. The weird thing is though, if you go into the automation debugger, like if you go into debug and automation, you will actually have the ability to see the flow of your automation, right? You will actually see a graph, which is already much better. But yeah, it's definitely under discussion, and maybe one day we are able to do both. But these things are not small tasks, and needs a lot of time and research. We're doing research, that's for sure. A lot of research nowadays. And if we do this, it needs to be right. But I do think our automation engine is powerful enough to achieve this. So it's not a matter of not having the options. It's a matter of building the right UX for it in such a way that we can like not disappoint existing users, but get more users on board, basically, if that makes sense. Pat Tooney, that would be a big milestone. Oh, that's the new dashboarding. Yes, that will definitely be a big milestone. And that's good to see. It was hard work for a lot of people. Madalena worked hard on it. She did an awesome job. And Paul you all know from probably Aspitaya from the mushroom carts. He implemented most of that, and it's a great job they've pulled up there. Johan says drag and drop from sidebar. What would be a drag and drop from sidebar be, Johan? How would that look? What is it? Like you create your own sidebar or something? Not even sure. Anyways, there's a lot of things in progress in the Home Assistant world. So that's definitely cool. It's definitely cool. In case you're wondering why I'm doing this at all, like why am I walking and freaking like the woods here with my iPhone put up, right? And trying to live stream a bit, see how this works. Look, by the way, how beautiful this is. Look how beautiful this is here. Welcome to the Netherlands, by the way. So in case you're wondering why I'm walking here, I want to try to see how I can make live streaming work in real life kind of deal, what I'm doing right now, right? And maybe I can do it some more shortly, because I'm going to travel a bit in the upcoming months. I do think there's some interesting things going on, which I want to take you guys on a ride with me, actually. So yeah. Whoa. J-Dad! Oh, J-Dad, how you doing, mate? I miss the old coding streams. Any plans to do more of those? Actually, I want to. I always really want to do that. I truly want to. I enjoyed that a lot. I'm pretty sure I still will. It was highly addictive for me, at least. But it takes up so much of energy as well. And at the time, for me, the streaming was actually a very good outlet, right? It was for me an outlet to, to escape a little bit from my daily life and doing the things I like and hobby and fool around, of course. But nowadays, if you look at it realistically, it's I'm doing it all day, and that's not streaming, but home assistant, home automation, coding, and everything in general, right? And yeah, then go into streaming for many hours every evening as well. It's hard. It's time consuming. It costs a lot of energy. So definitely not something I consider, maybe, or maybe I should, but not as much. I don't know. I don't know, man. Oh, somebody chopping wood. Anyways, and I don't know. It was fun, but it's hard to find the energy for it, basically, because I like to prioritize different things nowadays, right? I have a lot of work on the project. I have a lot of work at Nabu Casa, where I have a different responsibilities now. But also, like, overall, it's just, there's a lot. And I have a family, don't forget that. Back in the day, I worked 60 hours a week besides having family. Also have a full-time management job. And then the 20 to 40 hours a week I still put into home assistant was crazy. And nobody can keep up with that eventually. So the honest answer is, I don't know. Would I want to? Yes, I would definitely want to. It was super fun. I work on an enterprise platform called Salesforce. It has visual automation called Flow. Cool. If you haven't seen it, recommend taking a look. Oh, that's a good recommendation. Thank you. I've been looking at quite a few systems actually, but haven't looked at that one. Watching an ad appear over the course of a stream was fun. Yeah, it was fun, right? But at the same time, you know, I'm going to sound whiny at this point. I want to stop there. I'm so sorry. This is not good. Anyways, I'm going to answer it anyways. So the add-ons were fun, but also added a lot of workload, right? Every time I create a one, there's another one to maintain. There's another one to update constantly. It's another one to take the support load from. And there are so many people helping me out. I'm not sure if Sinclair, if you're watching, Paul Sinclair, like you've been there for like forever. Mr. Bonani has been helping out here and there as well and does a great job on Odrat stuff. But all in all, it's like you take up constantly more and more, and there's just so much you can take. That's the whole problem. Do you prefer cats or dogs, Mr. Pat Rooney? Cats or dogs? Oh, God. I don't have it, but it's something like... Oh, wow. Yeah, I prefer cats, actually, to be honest. I don't like dogs. We do have... we're sitting on babysitting a dog once in a while from my family, but yeah, I do prefer cats. I have a cat actually. Oh, car coming by. Let me step away. Bye, mister. Bye, mister. I understand that. I coded fun before I did it for a job. Yeah, I always coded as a job. Like I coded all my fucking life basically. And as soon as I started getting more into management positions, I started like missing coding. Is that a good term? Missing it? I had the urge to still code more. And that's how I rolled into Home Assistant, right? I was fucking bored to death in the evening hours. And yeah, that's where the story started and where I started coding and start coding on stream, right? And coding in general, like more publicly. And this is where I am today. Talking about where I am today, by the way, in case you don't know yet, I will be flying out to San Francisco upcoming week. And the week after that, there's GitHub Universe. And I'm going to visit GitHub Universe for the first time, which I should have done years before. But anyways, I'm flying into GitHub Universe, the conference this time in San Francisco. So looking forward to that. But not just that, I will be part of the opening keynote together with Paulus, which is just, it's just fucking crazy. It's fucking crazy. I'm so excited. I'm so fucking nervous, and I'm so looking forward to that. like talking about like the live streams and being bored at some point in time, and now years later I will be on stage at GitHub Universe. This is nuts. This is just nuts. I'm looking forward to this. I'm so excited. So yeah, talking about history and where I'm now, right? Could you do code stream as part of your job hours? I could, but yeah, I think I could. In the end, I probably could, but at the same time, I also listen. In the streams, I would just like say anything I wanted, and I still am kind of everything I wanted to say, but people will look at me differently nowadays, right? They will look at me as part of Home Assistant. So things I say will be part of not my personal opinion, but how people see Home Assistant. They think that sometimes things I say is the way Home Assistant looks at things, which is not per se the truth, right? So that's a difficult thing, and it's just fucking busy, man. If you looked at how large the releases are nowadays, how many people are contributing. Like last year was 17,500 people contributing to Home Assistant. Like, do you know how much work that fucking is? But to keep everything online. But all in all, I'm not complaining. Absolutely not. I'm fucking loving it. But it's just, yeah, things change. Things change. I think I have to accept that. I think we all have to accept things change, maybe in a way, right? Cats or dogs? I remember that. Yeah, I did too. It was fun. Cats or dogs? I believe even Dr. C's did it a few times after that. But anyways, I hopped in his stream the other day. I caught him last Sunday, I believe. He was streaming. I was like, oh, Dr. C is just live and I can watch. So I did. It was fun. That's so fun to hop on. Hello, Frank. Hello, Act Storm. How you doing, mate? Glad to see you here. Thank you for joining in my afternoon walk, I would say. Home Assistant walk, Choo Choo walk. I'm not even sure what this is. What the fuck am I doing? I'm not even sure why I'm doing this. Anyways, GitHub Universe is going to be awesome. I'm looking forward to that. So, and that's also part why I make this mobile setup. I'm trying to maybe take you a little bit on my journey, and yeah, maybe a coding stream would fit into that. JDad, I'm not sure if a coding stream, maybe my own home, which is worse than ever. It's not like I'm not using. It's not that I'm like not using Home Assistant, but god damn, I'm just messing up my installation constantly. I should do a better job. I should definitely do a better job. So maybe that's a good way to force myself into actually building something. That would be cool to sneak peek at some new features now and then, right? Just ever and nightly. But yeah. You're good. Good to hear, mate. What brought you here? Is it just me? No, right? That would be stupid. Yeah. I also changed for the first time in 15 years, I changed my profiles. Like every social media profile changed today. New profile picture. After 15 years, my profile picture has been the same for fucking 15 years. I thought it would be time. It is time for a difference, right? It's time for a little change now and then. No, that's not too bad. So what are you guys up to? Anything good? I think I found your Twitch on your GitHub profile a long time ago. Oh, that would be a long time ago. If I understood Mr. Bonani correctly, it would still shout about Home Assistant 0.107. That's even like, that's ancient. That's fucking ancient. That has been a long time. This year will be going out with a bang, by the way. If you're enjoying Home Assistant and everything that's happening in that ecosystem, this year would be good. Like the biggest parts of the year still have to come. Like we had a big year up until now, but there's definitely some big stuff up ahead. That's for sure. Even this year still. So cannot confirm or deny anything. I don't want to. Definitely don't want to. Not going to spoil the beans here. It's actually pretty pretty here. Like leaves coming down. All is coming. Right? Yeah. What's the distance traveled so far? Oh man, 1.5 kilometers. Something like that. It's almost nothing. 30 minutes. So that will be walking speed is normally 5 kilometers an hour-ish. Probably slower now, so I would say 2 kilometers then. That makes sense. Trying to fix the VCare gas boiler integration. It changed from last winter and it doesn't work anymore. Oh shit. It's time to wrap that up and make it happening. Yeah, winter is coming, that's for sure. I'm old-fashioned, like I like green stuff, but I still like use a lot of wood in the wood burner. So like even though I'm always saying like everything must be greener, I'm happy to burn a lot of wood. But that's how it is. I'm sheltering from Storm Ashley on the west coast of Ireland. Looks calm where you are. Oh, okay, I didn't know. I'm not. So if there's anything that changed in my life in the past few years, it's news. I don't care about news at all. I've been stopping watching news ever since Corona because it was just plain that like demotivating, and I'm actually pretty happy not to be really. I do read tech news, of course, but I'm not into the mainstream general news thingies. So like anything politics, wars, and whatnot, I know it is happening, but I'm not sure what's going on actually. So I'm kind of happy with that. But I hope you are safe, mate. Stay safe, and. Yeah, I'm in the Netherlands, right? So that's pretty okay, close by, I would say, 2 hours on the German border. Middle of the Netherlands, German border. Hey there, Frank. Simon Says Home Assistant. Is that the Simon Says from the YouTube channel Simon Says? Like the one that did a dashboard video the other day, Simon Says? Right, you did a video on the new dashboarding stuff. That's, by the way, a little bit early maybe, but still good. Now, there's not much change anymore coming, but still, we might, there might be a few surprises still ahead. But yeah, it's experimental for a reason, mate. That's me. Okay, then I have the right one. I do keep track as much as I can and consume as much from the community as I possibly can, though. I always do. I love that. I enjoy watching to see what you and every other creator in the world creates about the features you build and work on, right? It's just fun to see, and it's giving inspiration on what can be improved and can become better. So yeah, it's an important, for me, it's an important source to explore. It always has been. Like if I look at the freaking streams I did back in the day, they were the ones where I was learned how you guys were using Home Assistant. Like back in the day, I didn't know, I wasn't a user. So I had to get my information from somewhere else. But still, like, even though I am a user now, it's just the way the community uses it is golden. I always keep getting stuff. But it was a cool video, mate. Keep doing that. People like that stuff and need help with stuff, right? And I think our goal would be making it even more easier and making sure people don't need that help. It's not like I want to put you out of a job, but shit, that sounds really bad, but things could be more intuitive. Let's put it that way, right? That's the right terminology I should use. Love the latest Home Assistant podcast. Yes, that one was good, right? It was with, how was his name again? Grind? I think it was Grind. There's this South African YouTuber, podcaster, tech journalist. I don't know what he is exactly. Yes, I'm not sure if he actually knows what he is. He does a lot of stuff, but he works mainly for Elgato, as I believe. I sent him a message the other day to thank him for his appearance. It was really energetic. That was a fun podcast to listen to. Someone even more excited about Home Assistant than me. Oh yes, he was super exciting to watch. It was it was so fun to watch because like he doesn't have all the knowledge, but the knowledge he gets from it and the things that he does achieve, he is so happy with. It's um, it's definitely inspirational and it's definitely fun to watch. It gives good energy. I could definitely recommend it. If you haven't looked at it, check out hashpodcast.io or Home Assistant. No, it's hashpodcast.io. Yes, hashpodcast.io, the website. Check it out. I'm going across the street, by the way. Check it out. Oh, where are you guys at? Come back here. Come back. Oh. These joy controls are weird. Anyways, definitely check that one out. The latest episode was fucking great. It was absolutely a nice listen. It was a long listen. It's nice to see somebody being so over the moon with every single achievement he did in the smart home. I love Home Assistant, excepting when the new season is starting. So many changes, some integration animations that used to work last season is not working anymore. Don't you update in between? I would love to learn, mate. If you have issues, Christian, and you're like, this is something that's recurring every season, and why didn't I find this before? And it is broken now. Like, how is it possible you haven't seen that before? It's interesting to me. And it's definitely something I would love to look at. I think one of the main things that we and I have been working on is making improvements to how you are informed, right? Repairs dashboard and whatnot. Basically, almost no breaking changes anymore. Like, I removed the terminology from the release notes for a reason, right? People can laugh about it, but the fact is, back in the day, you had to change your configuration before upgrading, or otherwise Home Assistant would just be dead. And nowadays you can just hit upgrade, and some things might not be working as before, but we at least try to keep everything working in a way. So I think we have done a pretty insane job over the years. And if this is the case for you and it's annoying, then that's definitely a pain point we should look at in some way or another. Don't get yourself run over there. Listen, guy, in the neighborhood I live in, it's like, oh, look, I was about to say there's basically no traffic, but then this cars appear, and this is just killing my story. Thanks, mate. Anyways, there's almost no traffic here. I let my kids walk. It's insanely dead, so that's kind of nice. And in the area where I'm living, like the little, we call it a woon-erf. I'm not sure what the English term is. It's like a little one-way street where you can drive into, and you have to take that same stream out again. So that little group of houses has basically, it's a dead end. So I live on a street that has a dead end, which is nice for the kids as well. I find that Home Assistant is way more stable now. Yeah, I find that too, right? But it's all pretty much based on the context you have, pretty much based on your experience. If I look at my experience, I come from, like, I'm with a project for over 7 years now. And back in the day, Home Assistant just not starting up was normal, right? Making a configuration change, even to change your dashboard, needed a configuration change in YAML, because YAML was the only way. You had to restart Home Assistant, and it was just normal for it to take 20 to 25 minutes to get up again, because it needed to start up the Z-Wave network and look at where all the devices were. So I come from a time where Home Assistant showing up, actually starting up, was quite a challenge. And if it started up, it would take 25 minutes. Like, if you talk about naming entities, changing icons, or changing your dashboard, at that time, you would definitely be careful to be like actually good at what you did before restarting it, because you could literally just go out for shopping and groceries to see the result of that little icon change. I did every increment, but integrations related to winter are not used on the summertime. But that wouldn't mean that integration should just be up, right? That's a little bit my case there, Christian. But feel free to reach out to me. I like to learn, mate. Do you mean residential zone? Well, everything here is a residential zone, basically, right? But yeah, no, it's like this little, like like if I look behind me, like this is I'm walking like through a main street. This is a main street. There's a little side here, and this is it. There are just a group of houses, and this is just that. You can drive in here, but you can only drive out. So this is basically it. And it's nice for kids to play, right? There's basically no traffic besides traffic that needs to be there. And the traffic that needs to be there knows they're driving into a little street. Yep. I'm not sure if residential zone is the correct term. I quickly think about SimCity 2000, where you created your residential zone. It could be literally everything, but it could be just my language gap here talking. The disaster with Alexa media players to sign up vulnerable can be. Well, honestly, Pat Rooney, I do want to like put that out. I'm happy to talk about that one because I think that one is putting us in a bad light. And like, don't get me wrong, but let me speak for myself. That's basically better, maybe. But I put a lot of effort in Home Assistant, and I put a lot of effort in putting out releases. I put a lot of effort into betas and making sure everything is stable. I put a lot of effort going through every single change, and this is not a joke. I go through every single change Home Assistant makes, right, to ensure it's stable. And sure, we're all human, right? We make mistakes. But the Alexa Media Player integration is a third-party integration. This is not something I can control. And it's not something any of us can control, really. And then being put into a bad daylight because something third-party external breaks in one way or the other is really not fun. I wish there was a better way. I wish it would be a good contribution to core. I wish it would be in there where we can like curate it and make sure it works. But the third-party stuff, man, and the things that people hack into it, in the end, like, it's cool and you can do cool stuff with it. But if it breaks, people have to be really aware that that's something you choose, right? It's a path you pick. If you pick to use external stuff, you also pick the risk that things might break. And I'm sorry, man. It's not something that we want. I don't want to break stuff. I hate people having the system broken. I just want to ship good things. I want to ship improvements. More stability, not instability. So, yeah. So there's that, basically. I cannot think of about the subject of that. Anyways, the new drag and drop dashboard is released now. I'm really excited to see what is planned for the future. Well, the next step, one of the next steps, or a couple of next steps, is to get that stuff out of the experimental phase, right? It's very experimental, which is very normal for Home Assistant to do, right? We ship early, we ship fast, and then we try to iterate it in the open so we can have feedback during that happening. So getting it out of that experimental phase is now one of the main priorities. Also, the default dashboard, the dashboard that is automatically generated first time you hold still camera. Anyway, the first time you enter Home Assistant or when you create a new dashboard, the auto-generated one. To get that into the new sections format, that's also a thing, but yeah. In the UK, we call them cul-de-sacs. It's like the little, like one you have, like a little group of houses. Anyways, yeah. Cul-de-sacs. Not even sure how to translate that. Okay. There should be a maximum memory usage per hour on an integration. Yes. Agree there. 2K. But then you also quickly get into the situation where what that should be. Like, should the camera integration then be limited? But what if you have multiple cameras or high quality cameras? And there's so many edge cases. And this is just cameras. I can come up with dozens of these weird questions. And but it has been discussed. We did discuss quite a priority thing. But in the end, I guess the biggest issue is people sometimes forget they're running Home Assistant on a Raspberry Pi, for example, with 2 gigabits of memory, and treat it or use it like they're running it on some big cloud server, right? That has a limited capacity or something. Anyways, can you share any secrets about new features? I kind of did in the beginning a little bit. Hopefully, we can drop the experimental flag from the dashboarding. But shouldn't protection no, it will not help with that pattern. It doesn't, sorry. I know in some languages it will. So we could isolate everything and run everything in isolation, every single integration and such. But basically you're starting to build up a big little Docker structure, and the overhead coming from that is not efficient at all either. Or you need to put everything in threads and whatnot. Just different issues. So let's not go down that path. Oh, car behind me. Can't wait to get Jeff Bezos out of my house. Well, yeah, Pat, that might not take too long anymore. Just saying. You know, it's not a secret, right? We're working on voice satellite hardware, and I'm actually running the prototypes in my home right now. And yeah, it's pretty fucking amazing. Yeah, goodbye Google, goodbye Alexa. Fuck you, Jeff Bezos. I should not say that on stream. I might get in trouble for saying that, I guess. Is that allowed on YouTube nowadays? No, right? Okay. Are you also using host on my system on Proxmox? No, I do use Proxmox, which is for my development and testing environments. Although I do have physical devices for development and testing too, but yeah, my main development environments are in Proxmox. But my home assistant is running bare metal Home Assistant OS. There should be default in place, but it should warn stuff when overriding, like protection mode. Yeah, they do. We already do that, right? But I'm not sure what else to warn for. But we do try to improve the user experience on this stuff and inform users every single day, right? But it's also true that every time we put in one of those protections, or every time we put in one of those warnings, people are informed of those and aren't happy with that either. So we slowly build that up and extending that. I'm running on Odroid now, works really well. Yeah, the Odroid, which we based the Home Assistant Blue on, is actually pretty fucking good. Goodbye Home Assistant budget, can't wait. Yeah, the voice assistants are fucking awesome. The voice satellites, I'm not going to show them you. I could, but I'm not. This is not something I want to spoil. It's not a secret, they're coming, but I'm not going to show you how to look and what they can do. But it's fucking awesome. It's fucking awesome. Anyways, all in all, I've been walking for 45 minutes, and I'm slowly getting home right now. I see my son playing outside with the bubbles. Maybe I can show you a little quick. Can I swap the screen? Flip camera? Does that work? Look at that. My kids are playing. My son is on the ground there with the blue pants, enjoying the bubbles. They're playing. Anyways, that's what it is. I'm going to quit the stream for now. Thank you for watching and tuning in and listening to my rambling while I walk a little bit. And yeah, Choo Choo. Oh, by the way, in case people don't know where the fuck Choo Choo is coming from, let me show you. Let me show you where the inspiration from Choo Choo is coming from, because it's like that's at my house. There it is. There's Choo Choo. Now you know its origin. That's Choo Choo. Choo Choo, homies. See you later.